Morning, beautiful people. Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. So good to be among the land of the living today. Truly excited. Welcome to my channel where we talk about all things sustainability and how to build a strong home economy from the soil up. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Your girl has been being abused. Abused by the mosquitoes, the no-see-ums, and every other bug out there looking for flesh. So today I am in my lab because I have made things before that truly work. And I know that I can't continue to go out there and deal with them because they are really bad. We are getting a lot of rain. Gardening must continue. And let me just tell y'all something. I have thought about, wow, where I need a ski mask. Um, I need a mosquito suit. I need something, a collar. I need a, because baby, these things are leaving wounds. You hear me? I've never experienced this before. So even to the point where, listen, I have to put band-aids on the bites because they itch so bad that you're going to scratch them. And I mean, the only thing that helps is hot water or something to stop the sting, right? Because the sting is so bad. So I literally have like some open wounds. So- some open wounds. And my job is to figure out how to keep them off of me, right? Without having to put on layers and layers of clothes. Because you see, I can't go outside without long sleeves. I was like, where are my gloves? I got to put on gloves because they're going to eat my hands up. All it takes is one pop, y'all. All it takes is one pop and you in trouble. Your toe, your feet exposed. You got on flip flops. All it takes is a little bit of flesh, and they don't care. They are annihilating everything out there in the garden. So I am in my lab where today we're going to make. We are making some salve to put because I like creams. You know, I have the sprays, I have the drops, I have the stem. I've tried so many things. And I don't like putting chemicals on my skin. And they are that bad, you know, deep root, you know, the deep, what do you call that? The high, I'm talking about even the deep wood spray with the deets on it. That stuff is toxic. And so today I am putting together my own. Exactly. I got one too. And I don't want to put nothing else on my skin. And so today I am making, using a jojoba oil, which I absolutely love. And I am putting it in a distiller, using a steam distiller. I have a pot of water. I usually put it in a pot, a small steam pot. But I have this pot of water, and I'm using a distilled clean um, silver distilled dish, and I'm putting a jojoba oil. So a jojoba oil is really, really good. I love that. And I'm using lemongrass. I'm I'm using lemongrass, and I'm going to put in a little bit of neem powder because you know they don't like neem. So neem is also nutritional. You can eat it. So it's, you can take it as a healthy, you know, before your meal, dump with some water to purify the body, right? Um, so I'm going to put a little bit of neem oil, and I'm going to put some lemongrass essential oil. I have my own lemongrass, but for the mosquitoes out there, I made my own lemongrass tincture, but I made that for, to eat internally. Like, this is what I made last season when I cut down all of my lemongrass. I made my own tincture. So this is it. It's been sitting for months and months and months, right? It's been sitting since last year. I want to say maybe August. No, I cut it down around October. So, before the frost. So it's been sitting since October, doing its thing. Yep, it's beautiful lemongrass syrup. This is like a tincture oil. However, I needed something a little bit stronger. So I'm using the actual essential oil, and I'm going to be letting that simmer in a simmer pot. And we're going to make a cream to put in these tins because I need to protect my face, and I don't want to put essential oil on my face. That's not healthy. It's very, very strong and abrasive. So you have to, create a mixture that will be sensitive to your skin, all parts of you. And so even for my neck, anything close to my eyes, close anything close to my eyes, my nose, any orifice, ears, you don't want to be spraying things that could enter into. And your skin is the biggest organ on your body. Like, literally, it is an organ. As soon as you put things on it, it enters into your blood. It can enter into your bloodstream through your dermis, which is your skin. Um, I want to I want to be clear that when we are talking about things over here on this channel, I am a 62-year-old woman, and I am bringing wisdom to the community. I am somebody's mother. I am someone's grandmother. I am someone's auntie, sister. I am a child of God. I am all of these things, and I love the roles that God has given me to to be. And so I want to make sure that we are always keeping our conversations and our comments and responses clean, no matter what, because sometimes things can be said that are ambiguous, um, unambiguous, and we must be conscious humans. We must be good humans, right? And so I want you to make sure that if you are in the comments, to please remember that this channel is for those who, you know, just want to be good humans, right? And you're here to learn how to build a strong economy for your home, for your family, for your children, how to spend less money, how to be creative, how to use your ingenuity to go in your kitchen and know that you don't want to buy store-bought products that have toxins in them. We've done that for so many years. I wonder how much impact those chemicals and toxins that we've gone to stores and purchased and sprayed onto our bodies have had on our physical, external, and internal man. Since now that we know that the body is your skin is the biggest organ, and whatever you spray on your body actually enters the body, right? So I want to be clear about that. And let me see here. I want to be clear about that because you know it's important that we try to find what works. Try and find alternatives to what we have been told, right? So, as a health and human service educator, trained and leading and looking for resources for my community, we are going back to the land. Here, we are going back to the land. We are utilizing our all of the things we can grow, the things that are edible, for us to be able to have the things that we put on our bodies, that they can be safe, right? So I'm excited today about my little boil method and putting together something so I don't have to be putting on those ski masks, right? Because baby, I can't take no more of them no seams. Have you ever heard of a no-see-em? The flea beetles, the fleas, the whatever is in the garden. And baby, the mosquitoes are wretched. So I'm excited today. I'm using lemongrass essential oil. I'm also using jojoba and jojoba oil, right? And I'm using neem powder. And I'll be using, this is what you can drink, neem powder, 2 grams within a glass of water before breakfast. So I'm going to put some of that in there too, because neem is very strong. And I'm not really caring about the strength of it as much as I am. I know that the mosquitoes and the bugs don't like that bitterness, right? So creams work good if you want to, just because you want to be able to put something on your face. You don't want to be spraying toxins in your face. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm excited about creating something, what's possible, right? Y'all hang in there with me. Again, this is our channel where we are alternatives to dominant institutional cultures, creating oils and supplements. Are you learning about these oils and supplements? Yeah, because they really do what we need them to do. We just have to be willing to do the work. So again, I grew lemongrass last year. I've got a host of it this year, and I'm going to be using lemongrass. This is my tincture that I made from last year. Look at that. Look at that. So rich. It's so rich. This is lemongrass from last year, and I used vegetable glycerin. I use vegetable glycerin. So you can eat this, right? This is edible. This is an edible tincture. Yeah. So for all the ways that you might need to mix it in some, for coughing, for in a tea, with another blend, it's good for respiratory. And I have had conditions since I was actually a little girl, respiratory issues because of asthma. And so we want to make sure that we have in our cabinets the things that are going to help us. So this is lemongrass tincture. And I'm excited this morning to be again in the kitchen, and I am putting together a cream because baby, them no-see-ums and them mosquitoes got me bandaged. They got me bandaged up over here because they have been eating me alive. Between them, their friends, the fleas. I mean, and they are terrible. She says everything on earth is either a healer or good for your body. Exactly, when mixed properly, because there are gases and things like that. I think that's an open statement. We just have to know about them. So I'm so glad I came across this live. So true. It's really buggy out. I'm telling you, they got me. Listen, and never before if I had to put bandages on a wound to keep from scratching it, because the itch is so bad. When I tell you, you get popped by a no-see-em, I got hit by some. I don't know where they came from, but I just kept feeling bites and I couldn't see anything. And I'm like, what is going on? And I had so many bites. And I just immediately started itching in all those areas. And so I literally, the only thing that could help was to get in the shower, get in the warm water, get in the warm water to wash whatever it was I couldn't see that bit me up. But then the next few days were terrible because the itches swelled, the areas swelled up, welted. They, I kept it. They kept itching. I had no cream to put on them to stop the itch. But I should have probably. I have some witch hazel. I want to grow. I want to grow that actually because that's a great tonic. That's a great tonic that you can make to heal, you know, for an itch, right? Again, the less ingredients you have in a product, the better. The less ingredients, the better. And we're going to be talking a lot about that now because I feel like it's really necessary. I'm even down to the point of how do we serve what we grow in the garden safely, right? Because even our farm to table food has to be served safely because it is the first foods. These are the foods from our garden, from farming, are the foods that are used to feed people, even in restaurants. So we have to be really, really careful about how we're serving our food, how we're serving it, how we're taking care of the food out there in the garden to make sure that it's not full of toxins and that our supposedly organic food is hitting the table full of toxins, right? We have to serve safe. So I'm excited, going to be talking a lot more about that and how you can make your own salve. So I'm going to finish this product off. I want to know what you guys want to know because to be quite honest with you, it helps. It really helps to know what people need and what people want. Exactly. Um, and we want to be. I know that when I think about Father's Day just passed, and I harvest lavender. So I have a whole field of lavender in the front yard, right? And every year is so beautiful. They're all purple, and it's all purple out there, and it's beautiful. And I harvested. Hey Raquel, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And so when this Father's Day, I gave all of my guys, my dads, I gave them lavender buds in a sachet. And so lavender is really good for it's like a sedative. It's good for a lot of things. It's good for calmness. It's good for just making a nice tea out of. It's good for making a lotion and making soap. And I think that these things are critical for us to be thinking about in the time where we're now, everything is being exposed. And so I gave them all a sachet of lavender, and with a message, because for me, I said, I anoint you just like she did with the spikenard when she anointed Jesus. Mary Bethany anointed Jesus with her oil, which was spikenard likened unto lavender. So we have to know our herbs too. We have to know about the things that we grow and what they can be used for, what's the chemistry, and how to make them safely, how to use them safely as well. Because even the lavender, I can make my own lavender essential oil, just like I did my lemongrass, right? So just know you can do so many beautiful things. Crystal says, "Oh, nice. I live in subsidized housing, so I don't have a yard, so I can't grow anything. But I'm looking into getting a small house on some land." That's a great start. But Crystal, if you can, my first attempt at gardening. No, it wasn't my first because I had a house then. But my first attempt at gardening when I was in a townhouse, I only had a 4x4 space. maybe a 6 by 6, like concrete slab. And so I just used a table and I took bags of soil and I cut the top out of the soil and I amended the soil right there in the bag and I grew things out of that bag of soil. So there are ways that you can do this right from a concrete slab. Think about it, a big bag of soil. If you get the right soil, you cut the top out, just the top, leaving a little border, and put your seeds in the soil. Or you can get cloth bags. I'm using bags. Let me just I'll show you. Hold on. So I use I use these fabric bags as well. These are 7-gallon fabric bags. You can use them. They do very, very well. You can put a whole tomato group in a bag. And let me tell you how I do that. Like I will put a tomato plant, a basil, a dill, tomato, marigold, onion, and garlic in a bag, one bag. The reason why is because things that you eat together can grow together, right? I'm even tempted to try putting a green pepper, but I put hot peppers in there too. So here's the grouping that I do for one. I'll put in a tomato, hot pepper, some type of pepper, dill because it keeps the bugs off of it. Dill goes great together with tomatoes. I'll use holy basil or some sort of Thai basil. That's in my pots, and they are doing so good together. Right. So think about what sisters or brothers that go really good together. But the one thing you don't want to do is put deep feeders together. Like if it's um like a cucumber is a heavy feeder. Tomato is a heavy feeder. Anything that's a heavy feeder, you don't want to put them together because they will fight for the nutrition in the soil. So that's a thought. So definitely use your gallon bags. Another thing that I used was swimming pools, baby swimming pools, right? You can use those. Um, I put that up on a table and put holes in the bottom of it. And it's a whole garden. I mean, it's literally an entire garden bed just in a swimming pool. A baby swimming pool that costs you about $12. Put some holes in it and get to growing. Okay, so there are all sorts of options. Let me see this temperature on this. I am infusing some right now. I'm infusing some oils to make my salve. I'm making a salve for my face to keep the mosquitoes from biting my forehead and my hairlines and my neck. You're welcome. If you like and subscribe to my channel, I'll be talking about how we're building a home economy. We must save money. We are building it from the soil up. Like we can make bread. We can grow chickens. I'm growing chickens. This morning I had to go out and I only got one egg this morning, which is kind of strange. The other day I got 5, today I got 1, but they'll probably come back and lay eggs this afternoon. So, oh yeah, you're welcome. Another thing I did, Crystal, was Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Don't y'all sleep on Dollar Tree. I had went to a thrift store and found a ladder. This ladder was from a bunk bed. And I took those long pots, which were $1, and I put holes in them in the bottom and put some soil in them, and I put them on the ladder. I have a whole ladder, a whole trellis of pots. You use your creativity to make yourself a garden, because that can lean on a fence. You can grow out of shoe bags, your herbs. If you want to just have a herb garden or a tea garden, you can grow out of a shoe bag. Make sure it's not the plastic clear ones though, because they will develop algae. I tried that. Make sure it's breathable, that you have like a fabric shoe bag. Those are really good. Oh, you're very welcome. Right. So I am here to help wherever I can. Again, I am Dr. Eve, and I am a health and human service educator and a researcher, and I'm here to teach people how to live more sustainably, from the soil up, right? Using what we have on the land, in the backyards, to be creative, one seed at a time. We're living in a time where we have to see just how far the seed can go. And I think that truly was God's intent for us in using our talents and multiplying, managing and multiplying the things that he provided for us. The first place he put us was in the garden to cultivate, right? But he wants us to use the skills that we learn within the garden, outside of the garden, in our real lives every single day. So if you have questions and concerns, please drop them in the comments. Or if you're stumbling upon this video in the aftermath, feel free to leave me a comment, to reach out. I have harvested seeds. If you like seeds, I've got special seeds. Oh, let me tell y'all about this meal I made last night. When I tell y'all I pulled some collards out of the garden. It's been raining here, like everything is swampy outside. I stepped in some, I thought I was going into the ground. Like, I thought my whole foot was about to be lost in the sand. That's how much rain it was outside. So I took up some collards yesterday because they were huge leaves, right? So I took them up, and let me tell y'all something. So I cut the leaves. I stewed down for me and my husband to eat with a little small steak and some macaroni and cheese. When I tell y'all, them greens were the best greens I have ever made in my entire life. In my entire life. And here's why. Because I canned some bone turkey broth last year, when during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving come, baby, y'all better be canning. Y'all better be making y'all whatever season it is, y'all gotta get into it, right? Because that's the season when you should be maximizing, you know, your creativity. Like tomatoes, it's tomato season, cucumber season. You should have pickles and relish and tomatoes and tomato sauce, whatever's growing in that season, that's where you have to max out, because it is that during that time that you can be creating for the seasons that tomatoes aren't growing. You can't grow tomatoes, right? Because then if you can't grow them, you got to do what? You got to go to the market. And so you want to position yourself to not have to go to the market, right? To not have to buy their food, right? Um, do you might have to buy some things? Absolutely. But the point is to minimize it. Minimize your your having to go and buy. You love planting. It's healer for, yes, it is for the mind and the soul, spirit, physically, financially, emotionally, all the things, Crystal. You hear me? Um, I literally I'm going to probably go into the greenhouse today because I'm going to plant lots of beans. because not only do I want to make sure that my family has everything that they need, but others, I have a community garden as well. But I want to make some for my chickens because I want to build a sustainable thing. And so that means I don't want to have to keep buying chicken feed. So my chickens need to have healthy food too. So I'm growing for them as well. Growing, I want to grow some particular beans for them. So I'm planting today. I'm planting black beans, garbanzo beans, white navy beans, black eyed peas, cowpeas, things that I can, preserve. Because when you make those seeds, the seeds do marvelous things, y'all. So remember that your seeds, that is those that's things you can ferment for your chickens, for your animals, so you are not going and buying seed all the time. Feed seeds, feed seed, right? So we got to be thinking outside of the box. Like now is the time to do hot peppers. Why? Because that's hot pepper season is when you get your red chili peppers, your seeds, your stuff for your vinegar. It's apple season, so you want to be making your apple, your red vinegar, because you from the peelings you can make your own ACV. I made my own ACV, y'all. It is powerful. I don't have to buy it from the market anymore, which is now like $9 a bottle. Now I made it from some apples. So I bought some apples. Listen, that apple seed goes very far, y'all. Listen to me when I tell you how my one apple had maybe 10 seeds in it. Those 10 seeds are now, no, it had more than that. It was like 14. 14 trees outside. Little babies, trees on the land, right? So then you can eat your apple core, eat your apple, but then you take your peelings. You can take a bag of apples and make ACV. Y'all, it don't take no time. You boil it down, make you some applesauce, and make you some apple preserves, make you some ACV. So we have to be extremely intentional about how we handle in our business. And when we go to the store, that we don't buy things that don't have seeds in it. Please, y'all, don't be doing that to yourselves. Stop buying things that don't have seeds in it, because that's not what God said. Okay? He said, I give you every seed bearing thing for food as meat to eat. I give you seed, every, I need to look that up. Well, anyway, every seed bearing fruit bearing seed, no, seed bearing fruit as meat to eat. I think that's not exactly how it goes, but y'all, don't y'all be out here buying no seedless food. That's man tampered. That's tampered with. He didn't give it to us that way. Why in the world would we eat it that way? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't want your seedless grapes. I don't want your seedless nothing. Your seedless watermelon, if it don't have seeds, the intention is is to keep the seed from you. So you want to make sure that you are buying food with seeds in it. You take your peppers, your green peppers are loaded with seeds. Your tomatoes. Why do we eat the seeds? Scoop those seeds out and put them in some soil. Why do we eat the seeds? um, without making some first, without making some food first, right? So I just wanted to come and chop it up with y'all today. And yeah. So we're going to be talking a lot more about that in my kitchen, because I'm hiding today from the mosquitoes. Actually, y'all, no, I'm recovering. I've had visitors for the last 3 week, 4 weeks, and I am doing the laundry because I host a lot of beautiful people. My family. This is a homestead, and they are in and out. And when I host them, I have lots of towels and bed linen and stuff to wash and getting the house back together. And my youngest is coming home, so I'm getting ready to convert my den into an Airbnb studio. That's gonna be interesting. It's possible though. It's what's possible. I'm getting ready to empty it out and redo it, and baby, we're gonna have us a beautiful space. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. They've been thinking about putting a chair there with that a little table. Not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna be showing y'all some of my decor ideas as I go. I'm gonna take a picture of it because it's wild in there right now. And it's my library, but I'm gonna get floating bookshelves. So I'm redoing everything in there. So there's a lot going on the homestead, always evolving. As the climate changes, you change, you make decisions to accommodate. You look out for family. The goal is stick together. Stick together. I have 4 children and 7 grandchildren. And so we have to design in a way that we can always accommodate them if necessary. So we are looking at building ADUs on the land as well. So I'm excited about that. Putting another maybe couple of hotel rooms in the back. Literally solar powered hotel above the ground rooms. Just cottages. You can do it. The thing about it is you can do it. Have y'all ever seen Campgrounds of America? Campgrounds of America has cottages, the neatest little cottages. But we're gonna make these solar powered. I love that for me. I love that idea to be able to create something that's sustainable without having to use, and I don't have to get a permit for that because I'm not digging. I'm going to build above ground, and that way I don't have to deal with permits and all that stuff. That's it's pretty cool. I love that for me. But it's just maximizing the land, y'all. Imagine having all of this food. My backyard is an entire food forest, orchard. We have peaches, grapes. Thank you. We have peaches, we have grapes, we have blackberries and blueberries and raspberries and strawberries. We have banana tree. We have citrus, and limes are coming in now. I mean, they are coming in. Lemons and oranges, and I'm just really going to focus a lot on collards greens this year, leafy greens, because I noticed that no matter where, if I cut them down, as long as I don't pull them out the ground, they're going to grow back. And I love that. I was like, whoa, man, I could keep getting collards. I can put all kinds of collards back there. Y'all had me a good time. Imagine that. I know. I wish you did too. But you could come and visit. There's an Airbnb right across the street from me. Like literally, like diagonally, like I can see out my window. And I live in a convention district. So, what didn't you know, Crystal? I live in a convention district, so the hotel's right here too. Holiday Inn, Express, Hilton. Um, what other one is there? I'm talking. I live walking distance. I live walking distance. You hear me? And I live in a country. I live in an urban area. in a southern country, and it's in a country setting, but it's urban, very urban. Everything is like I drive out of my yard, and I am around the corner from car dealers, restaurants, Walmarts, Targets, plazas, everything. But where I live, the little area that I live, you would never know that. You would never know it. It's a very cut away. It's very cut away. I live in a dead end on one corner, and a very the strip that I live on is all homeowners, so older people, and it's beautiful neighborhood. Just an absolutely beautiful neighborhood, and we all have older homes. It's not like stick built, they're brick built. Um, yeah. So, but baby, the mosquitoes and meat ain't playing today. Crystal says, "I come on, Raquel. What's your favorite, Raquel? The collards." Crystal says that once as you pull the. I didn't know it either till I tried it this year, Crystal. Crystal, Crystal, I'm telling you, I didn't know it either till I cut them greens down. I cut them down because I was gonna plant some other stuff, and I was like, "Oh my God, these greens is growing back, y'all! Don't y'all pull y'all collards up, plant around them." They are keeping that soil. They're keeping that soil aerated, meaning keeping that soil, you know, digging deep into that ground. And I love that. So it's keeping the soil aerated, and you just put some more soil on it, keep it amended, keep them growing, take care of them, give them fertilizer. They'll keep giving back to you. And I'm like, wow. Ah, and I have the seeds, and they keep giving you seeds, by the way. They will keep giving you seeds. And I've got so many seeds in which I need to plant more. I need to plant some kale. I have the lacinados. That's the big tall ones. I have the large kale, the lacinados, the big ones that look like palm trees. I have some of those out there. So I'm getting ready to plant some seeds though because I want more of them. They grow well here. So I want to grow what grows well here. And I just put down 10 lemongrass on the side of my house because they don't need a lot. Because the chickens was digging up everything on that side of that fence. I was like, oh no, I need to give them the playground, and then I need to stop them from digging over here. That's how you. Thank you, thank you. There you go. Yes, that's how you spell it. Thank you. Spell Coley greens. Oh. They do. They still come back. Yes, ma'am. They still come back. And all of the greens. So even like the lacinados, they're still standing. I just planted the what did I just say? The lemongrass, and I just planted roselle. So I have 6 roselles coming up now, and they get really big. I'm talking 9 feet. And let me show y'all what I made out of that last year. So I saved my seeds. I don't know if y'all can see them here, but um, all of these were propagated. Even these plants, I propagate these plants so that I can make more plants. But just to give you an idea of what I do to preserve is I literally, I guess I could have shown you guys from there. Let me put them back up so nothing falls. I I save my seeds from everything because that's the most important thing that you should do is make sure you're saving those seeds. So this is, I'm going to show you guys. This is calyx. This is the calyx from my roselle. This that Jamaican roselle. So I make jam. When I grow roselle, I make jam, but this is cough syrup. This is the tincture. So this is like been sitting here since October. I make things out of my food. So I make tincture. So this is literally a cough syrup. It's made out of glycerin, vegetable glycerin. I don't use alcohol, although some of the alcohol ones, if you use 70% alcohol, will have a lot of potency to it. I just don't use alcohol here. This is vegetable glycerin. Just to give you an idea of some of the seeds that I preserve. This is I'm doing a medicine cabinet now over there. I'm going to be converting that into a medicine chest. So I'm working on that. But this is the seeds. These are the seeds that I'm putting away from the things that I am growing. Actually, these are green bell peppers. I have okra, roselle. I have cucumbers and cantaloupe, and yeah, and I have, these are my collard, these are kohlrabi seeds. So I have kohlrabi. Have you ever had kohlrabi? Oh my goodness. Turnips, this is my turnips. Every seed, kale, everything that I grow, I save my seeds from them. This was stevia. These are the hardest seeds in the world to harvest, but there's thousands and thousands of little stevia seeds in here. And these came from my stevia plants that I grew last year. So I have that. I have asparagus, if you can see them there. These are my roselle seeds from my roselle bushes that I had last year. We have Roma seeds. I have watermelons. If you can see, those are the watermelon seeds from last year. So you have to remember that when you are growing, you have to save this. You don't want to buy things that don't have seeds. And these are lemons. And y'all want to talk about all the seeds that I have outside. Those are lemons. Let me see. Yep, those are lemon seeds. Lemons. But these seeds are from the lemons that I bought in the supermarket. That's why I'm telling you, don't y'all be buying stuff without seeds in it. And if you buy stuff with seeds in it, make sure you save it. Make sure you save the seeds. And if there are other things you want to learn about as it relates to herbalism, and as I am preparing to stock up and share with people daily things that are going on right now, we're fighting mosquitoes. So since we're fighting mosquitoes, I chose to show you all or bring you all into my kitchen, where I am now creating a cream for my skin, because I was standing in the mirror this morning and I was like, oh, I need something around my neck. I was like, I need a ski mask. Because I'm telling you, I have lumps, I have bruises, I have dark spots. I'm like, they are bad. My foot, like, once they get you, that's it. You gonna scratch because the itch is so bad. And I need to create a tonic for the itch, because if I can stop the itch, then that's part of, but we want to prevent them from touching you at all. And that's the biggest thing, is how do we keep them off of you? And lemongrass will do that. So I don't know if you all have ever heard of this before, but this stuff right here, I took this to Africa with me. This was for mosquitoes. And let me tell you what's in it. Now they recommended deets, off with deets in it, but that's very toxic, right? But But this stem is rooted in nature. So here are some of the things that are in it. Oh God, I can hardly see it. Rosemary oil, chamomile, geranium, cedarwood, peppermint, lemongrass, and soybean oil ingredients that are in this. And the mosquitoes didn't touch me. They did not touch me, but I don't want to put this on my face because it has such strong oils in it. So I want to make sure that if I put it on my face that I made it. I know exactly what's in it. Any other ingredients in it, I'm okay with spraying that on and that's the oil. But I want a cream for my face is what I'm creating because I don't want to put that stuff near my eyes, right? So I'm using lemongrass and neem. I'm putting a little neem powder. Let me just go ahead because I need to drop this in here. This jojoba oil has been going for a while. So I'm actually putting some lemongrass, some neem powder. This is neem powder. And I'm putting that inside of the jojoba oil as well. It's going to turn this salve is probably going to be green. And I'm okay with that. So that's neem powder. You know, you can use neem powder you can eat it as well. Depending, make sure you get the edible. And now I'm putting lemongrass in here. And we're just going to let these infuse, right? And then we're going to make a salve out of it, something that you can actually rub onto your skin. So here's what it's looking like. Oh, it smells so good. Here's what it's looking like. And this is jojoba oil. So I have some kokum, and I may use that, but right now I'm testing this one, the neem. So the granulated. Right now it's granulated, so I want to get this powder melted down. And this is going to be a great oil salve that you can actually put on your face. I got to put some more water in here because I created a double boiler, and that's what you're looking at right now. It needs more water in it because it's been boiling for a while I was talking to y'all. And so I need to add a little bit more water. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I decided that, the one thing I learned about YouTube, I was studying it, and it says, it's not about the number of followers you have anymore. It truly is about the engagement during the time that you're live, the engagement with those who are interested in the work that you're doing. And so that's one of the things. And being natural, people just want to peep in your life, and if you are putting yourself out there, it's because you want to teach people something. So what is it that you want to teach them, and why? Who are you? Why should they care? I'm wisdom. That's all. 62 years of something. I do have something to say to somebody at 62. There's something somebody can learn, right? And the thing about YouTube is that there's somebody out there who needs what you have. There's somebody out there who needs what you have, and a lot of times you have what you need, and that's called this phone and your personality and your real life. And what is it that people can learn from your lived experience, right? Today, my lived experience, again, my experience has been I am struggling with these no-see-ums. I am real time being bit up by these no-see-ums, and I'm a gardener. So how do I get back out? How am I going to protect myself from these jokers. I'm gonna protect myself. So real time, I have a real problem, and as someone who grows foods and is into herbalism and into and as a healthy, God fearing woman, um, my goal is, what do I need to do to fix this problem? And so, when you have a problem, you have the opportunity to share what you're doing to solve the problem, and that is key to having any type of live activity online, right? Right, right. So, and and here comes my husband. Hey, he don't, for some reason he don't get bit by the mosquitoes or the no sims. I don't know what he be doing, y'all. But they be wearing me out. They be wearing me out. He act like he sit out there act like ain't nothing wrong, and then put no spray on or nothing. But baby, I actually love the color of this too. I think I'm going to increase the jojoba oil and make a larger batch. Somebody might want to try it. I think I'm going to make a larger batch because it smells so good. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Raquel Cook. Woo, they be wearing me out. They be wearing me out. Somebody will probably say, ooh, this neem oil green is horrible color. But baby, when you can keep the mosquitoes off of you, when you can keep the mosquitoes, what I usually use though is what I usually use to do my oils, I can never call the name of this thing, it is a Hamilton Beach. It's like a steamer. It's some kind of pot they call it. What kind of pot that is? Y'all can't be remembering everything. But yeah, what are some things that y'all are using? Do y'all have a favorite? Do y'all have a favorite oil that I can try and blend? That's what I want to know. What else would you add to it? But I noticed that, no, you know what I noticed though? Here's the thing about it. They said it's rosemary in this, and I have rosemary. I made my own rosemary oil. I have some peppermint. Oh, I do have geranium. See, what I'm making is a cream. This is a spray. Black seed oil too for mosquitoes. I have oregano oil. I made my own. I grow oregano, a lot of it. I have beds of it. Um, but I also made my own. Ooh, aloe vera. Aloe vera, because I made my own. Um, hold on. I got a couple down here that I made that. Yep, the aloe vera. I can put a little bit of that in there. I have rosemary. Just in general. Oh yeah. Black seed oil. I take that every day. With my I take that every day with the apricot seeds. See, I made moringa. Moringa. This is the moringa oil that I made. I made moringa. See, you can combine this stuff too, you know. You can combine it and make it even better. Can you imagine? I have some rosemary oil. So the good thing is to make the oils and then use them. This is the rosemary oil. So I make my own oils and shelve them. And baby, they are strong too. They real strong. This is a year. This is a year old or more. So let me put a little rosemary in there too. And I have lemongrass. But I have some geranium too. I put neem in there. I just want to put in here aloe vera is good for the skin anyway, so I may put a little bit of that in there. Um, I'm gonna let y'all know how this works out because this is a trial run for the mosquitoes. Rosemary, I think that's chamomile. What is that? Citronella oil. I don't have any of that. I did not know. You can you put citronella on your skin? Geranium, cedarwood. I have cedarwood oil, peppermint, and lemongrass. So we're just gonna put the lemongrass and peppermint for now, and the neem, and the aloe. I think I would really like that for my skin because I'm putting this on my face. Like, you're excited to start trying to make my own stuff, but I'm gonna make sure I continue to do my research and watch your videos. Yes, please do your research. The thing about it is testing whatever you make, right? You want to test it to make sure that it works before you give it to the general public, which is why I always work on my own stuff, like making my syrups, making you can make syrup, you can make your tinctures from all the foods that you grow, especially the herbs that you grow. That's a tincture. This all of these are tinctures. This is tincture. This is aloe vera. This is a tincture. It's rosemary. Moringa. Moringa oil, y'all. This is moringa. Like for real. Moringa oil. So what if you could make something that, because moringa is a superfood and it's good for the gut, it's good for the skin. What if it is, I'm going to be doing some more research. I have a small community on Telegram that where I share some of my research, some of the stuff that I'm making. You know what I need to make though? That's that use that bark. You know what I haven't done, Raquel? You remember that bark, the bark that I researched for the mosquitoes? I need to try that. That needs to be because I did buy that bark. The con, what's the name of it? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. It's a bark. Um, it's a. Let me see. It's called, and this was actually I purchased for the mosquitoes. It's the red kinkona bark. The kinkona bark. I need to I need to do that because that's one. This one was hid away. The kinkona. I have the kinkona powder, the kinkona bark, and the kinkona pills. So you want to make sure that you have that you are, just experiment a little and then share with people what your findings are. Let me get that peppermint oil. As a matter of fact, I just I just did some fresh peppermint. The kids did fresh peppermint. It's right here. Fresh pepper. I put it on this drying rack. So I have these drying racks. Let me show y'all in here. These are drying. A lot of my herbs that are just drying in here. And this is oregano. And that's peppermint. And this is parsley and chives. And I have some, let's see what's down here. Some more oregano. I just let this stuff just dry. Oh, that's more oregano. So I just let it, I keep cutting, just let it dry, bringing it in, letting it dry. So we're gonna try it. I think, you know what, I might do two. I might pour a little and then infuse it, and infuse one with peppermint oil, and infuse this one with neem. I'm gonna do two sets. I'm going to infuse this one with neem powder and lemongrass, and then the next one I'm gonna add peppermint oil to it to see the difference. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try something. So I will let you all know. I'm gonna make me some salmon and some of these farm eggs to have for lunch. And I will keep you all posted on my combating these nemes, baby, because I've got not names, but these no-see-ums. Ooh, because we don't want to be having me bandaged up like this, baby. Because listen, I will dig this thing up. I'm telling you, the wound is so big. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all how these things been abusing me. I literally have scars. I had to cover it up to keep from it started. Y'all see that? It's a whole wound. Like, it's a whole sore. Y'all see it? Can you see it? Can y'all see that? How these things are doing? Honey, and you don't want none of those. Listen, my daughter just left North Carolina. And when I tell you it was fine, they were fine up until 2 days ago. My grandchildren were fine up until 2 days ago. And baby, I had them covered, their bodies covered with cream and stuff to keep the bugs off of them. Do you know that they got to my grandbaby's head? That I didn't spray his head, so they got his head. Oh my God, he had knots everywhere. It was abuse. It was literally abuse, y'all. I'm like, oh my God, they got my baby's head. Oh God. So they didn't even let him back outside anymore after that because it was that bad. You know, he needs a hat on. He left here with some battle wounds. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go. I gotta gonna work on this oil some more, and I will let y'all know how it goes. I'll be back here tomorrow, if not later, to share with you all what I came up with. But I'm going to do two, one with the peppermint oil, one without, one with just the neem powder and the lemongrass, because that lemongrass is really strong as well. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Whatever you do, go out and do all the things that God called you to do in this season. And I will catch you on the next video.